Live, people. So hey everybody, I'm gonna see if we're on live YouTube too.
I got the notification.
Oh, you did. Fantastic. Yeah, loading preview, so we're good. So I'm just gonna check to see if we're live in other places too. Sending data to Twitch, Facebook Live.
Where am I supposed to look?
That camera.
That camera.
Yeah. So if you're, yeah, we're on Facebook too.
Lego Geek is on.
Hi, the Lego Geek. How you doing? Good to see you. So, I'm just gonna do done. Live dashboard. See if we're playing. Yeah. I mean.
I don't see us.
It'll pick up. Yep. No, not late. We're actually starting. At 8 o'clock on a Tuesday. Normally I'm doing stuff on Saturday, but today I was going to try something a little different. Today we're going to do, and I don't know what OBS we're on.
Well, tell them why we didn't do it on Saturday.
So why we didn't do it on Saturday is because I had my daughter graduated this weekend. So she is out of high school. I'm very excited. She did quite well in high school. She graduated cum laude, and everybody was in town. A bunch of family from all over Texas and Colorado came down to the festivities, and so we had a big event, and it was busy, crazy from Thursday on through till Saturday night, and recovered on Sunday. So no time to stream, and that's okay. I was thinking about changing up the time and everything anyway, so I wanted to see if a different time, like a weekday, would work. So that's what we're gonna do. And maybe just a Sunday night instead of a weekday night or a Saturday night. So I'm also the chat is in the live thing over here. Congratulations, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hello, guest. I'm gonna see what happens if I type a message over here. Type message. So I'm also testing out Restream. And I wanted to see, yeah, so that comes across over there. The Lego Geek, are you watching on YouTube or Mixer, or that's me? So let's see if Mixer, if my channel's coming through Mixer.
I just realized when he or she said hi guest, it's probably talking to me.
Oh yeah, this is my girlfriend Beth, by the way. She's the one.
Somebody else had gotten on.
She's the one who's been supporting me this whole time, and by supporting I mean not throwing away Lego and whatever.
I allowed him to keep the Lego in our front room.
We're gonna do a mix of things tonight. I'm gonna do a build, which I'll turn the build camera on here in a second. But we're also going to do, I'm gonna check my Twitch channel just to see what's coming up. We're also gonna see, oh, YouTube, good, and I can see it here, which means I don't have to go back over here.
Can
Perfect.
You see messages coming in?
Yeah, so that'll tell you where it's coming from. So this is all kind of an experiment.
Something else just popped up.
So he said hello, Beth. Let me log into Twitch because I want to turn all this off in just a second, but I want to test it. We're also going to do, as well as a build instead of a design, we're going to do something called 36 questions. And this is something that I saw on another YouTube channel where husband and wife, or is it husband, it was a Wheezy Waiter on the YouTubes, was he and his wife did this, and it looked, I mean, it wasn't anything that they needed to do, because it was 36 questions you ask a stranger on a date and you automatically fall in love. And I think it's because you spend 4 minutes talking to each other.
I'm cold, I'm gonna grab a sweater.
Okay, cold, and we're gonna grab a sweater. And as always, okay, so we've got that, and we're good. Okay, so I think everything's working. So I'm gonna leave the chat up. I'm gonna turn all these other pages off. And I also need instructions. So while she's getting a sweater, I'm going to pull up the scene camera, and I'm going to show you guys what we ended up with last time because we finished the the ATHE, and it turned out pretty good. It wasn't like my most favorite thing, but it was kind of a weird build. So I'm gonna download it real quick and show you guys what we did with it. That'd be great, the Lego Geek. I'm gonna call you just Geek, I guess. I don't know. If people show up, that'd be fantastic. I hope that we get some outreach to some other channels. If not, I'm okay with that. ATHE, there it is. So let's download this, and then we'll open it in Stud.io. Open. So the ATHE, the heavy enforcer, was again another Legends era kind of build, and you can see this is the final product. I thought it turned out really well. I think I made some changes from what we did in the stream. I've not received the Apocalypseburg yet. Iceberg Brick said he was going to mail it the first of the month, but he's been traveling and doing some other stuff, so it's going to be probably a little while. But I'm excited because I can put it with the rest of my Statue of Liberty stuff. So, so real quick, this is what the ATHE turned out to be. I'm pretty excited for it. The legs don't have much of a range of motion, but there needed to be 6 of them. So, I mean, it turned out pretty good. What's that? Draw a robot. I don't know why I can't see you. Now you're gonna have to monitor that for me.
I will.
Who's that? Hey, Wes. That's Wes. I'm not drawing any, Wes. I don't draw anymore. Drawing's for suckers.
That's
I'll leave.
not true.
I'll leave that to you and Dash and Chris and Spidey, whoever else is still kicking it, pencil jack style. This is all about the Lego. So anyway, we're not going to do any design stuff this week. This week we are going to do our 36 questions. So,
Yes.
do you want to? Did you pull up 36 questions?
I did. I'm going to share this first so my friends can.
All right. Meanwhile, while we're sharing, I'd like to announce the beer I'm drinking this week is Goodwood. The Goodwood Hemp Gose. This is a hemp gose. It's got coriander, lemon peel, and hemp seed. I had a 6-pack of this already, and it is tasty. Hey, Goldie.
Is Goldie on?
It's Goldie.
Hi. I don't know why I'm waving at the
Yeah.
chat screen, but
So we're going to do
this.
36 questions. I'm drinking the Goodwood. She's going to have a...
I'm drinking White Claw because I am counting calories, and White Claw only has 100 calories. If you guys aren't familiar with it, it's really, really good. It's basically hard seltzer. This is the pure, so there's no flavor. I know I keep on looking at the wrong thing, looking at myself.
That'll change.
It has been very, very difficult to find the flavored White Claw lately.
Yeah.
So if anybody finds any, please buy some and drop it by.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so drinks announced, 36 questions ready to go. One last thing. I'm going to show you guys my RQ4 remote drone fighter. Or it's not a fighter, it's a reconnaissance plane. This was a commission design for a friend of mine that I designed in studio and then had the instructions, and then I made the instructions and gave the parts list to her, and she ordered the parts, and they haven't built it yet, but I really liked the design, so I was like, I'm gonna build it too. I really like the landing gear. It doesn't retract, but it sits on it okay. And it's very swooshable. You can actually pick it up and fly it around. But you can see how big the wingspan is. That's kind of ridiculous. And I'm also happy that it didn't sag. The wingspan is so big that I was really worried about it just kind of sagging on it like that, so.
Do you want to pull the light up on your phone so I can monitor
Yeah, what are we doing? Facebook Live on mine?
Yeah, just so
All
I
right.
can monitor the chat. And
Sure.
Still pull up the questions.
Yeah, Tucker, it's Smirnoff Ice. It's an RQ-4 is a remote drone plane, and it's kind of like a U-2 spy plane. It's a reconnaissance plane, so it's a long distance thing. Let me see if I can pull this up because I don't know if I can pull it up on mine. Okay. Yeah, so I will.
And I'll watch it for you.
No, okay, that's okay.
Okay.
Oh no, you can do
Or
that.
not, I won't.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we're doing like a bunch of different streams tonight, so I'm going to see if we can monitor them all. Apparently, Restream chat doesn't include Facebook chat, so that's good to know. If you're a Restreamer, if you're using this to link into Mixer or Twitch or anything like that, I haven't seen anybody come across from Twitch or Mixer, and that's cool.
All right.
So real quick, I'm also going to show you, this is what we're going to be building today. This is the M-86 Speeder as seen in the Solo movie. So this is the one that he steals to make his way with Kira to the spaceport. This is the actual speeder, but Lego also has made a set of this, and I just realized I'm probably maxing everything out by having so many tabs open, so I'm going to close a couple things. But this is the, yeah, I should be on Mixer right now, Goldie, if you wanted to check that out instead of YouTube. Yeah, let me jump over there and send me a chat on this so I can make sure it's working and that I show up. So this is the actual speeder, and then this is the Lego speeder. It's an actual set. It's got seating for two. It's kind of a nice little swoopy set. It comes with, it doesn't come with, but there's another set that you can buy to make it worth the chase, because this is the scene that is in the movie. The actual M-86 it's a great little set. It's got a bunch of neat construction tidbits, and it goes together well. So today we're going to build. Let me see if I can just pull it up because it might be already out there since it's since I've had it out for a while. It might have picked up the image somewhere, but I guess not. Anyway, I'm going to be building, and our pets are playing together.
Oh God, the cat just like.
Hello, Vision Bricks. Thanks for coming to the chat. Thanks for coming to watch. Let's see if I can pull up. Might be on here.
Sorry, I'm super distracted by the cat.
No, that's all right. I'm super distracted. I should have had a lot of this set up before, but instead of being at the table that I'm used to, we pulled it out so we could both sit here together. It's her fault because...
Well, I would have had to crawl under.
Yeah,
the
crawl under the Capitol. The Capitol's coming along, y'all. It's gonna be a good times, good builds. So these are all the microfighters. Hopefully they're in order so I can just grab. Hey, what's up?
Oh, I'm just looking at the chat.
Oh, I thought you were creeping in on my face. I'm like,
No, I was.
what is going on?
Never.
Where did I miss it? You know what? It's in the thumbnail of the video. You've seen it. So I'm gonna go, oh, there it is. Okay, so this is what we're building. Hooray! And hopefully I have the instructions over here, so I'm gonna try to put this over here and this over here so I can see. There we go. Can't find me on Mixer. Really? Let me see if I can link to it. I'm not entirely sure that it's actually working, but well, it says I had a thing up for it. That's kind of a bummer. It had my broadcast and now it doesn't, so I'm not really sure why it's not showing up. Let me check Restream again. It says Mixer Online, Zadrian Kalim. Let me type that in.
You know what's funny? as long as I've known you, I always thought it was Adrian Calm.
Is Adrian calm?
That's what I thought it was.
Well, that's okay because everybody
How long
kept
have we been
saying.
dating? 5 years?
Well, and you don't know me. You don't know my online stuff, so
No.
that's not a big deal.
You say it like that, I feel like you're hiding something.
Well, and then also everyone is like, they call me X Adrian or just Adrian, thinking that I'm just putting the X in there because
right.
Adrian was taken or something. All right, so now we have the 36 questions. So let's start with that, and I'll get to start to build.
And we both answer them, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So again, if you're just joining us, this is 36 questions to make someone fall in love with you.
So hopefully we won't break up by the end of this.
Yeah. So this is it's it's either gonna make or break us. Yeah, I'll have to investigate that, Tucker. I really thought that it was working. It says I'm online, so I don't know. Anyway, we'll worry about it later since we're already live and we're going.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Number 1. If you could invite anyone in the world to dinner, who would it be?
If I could invite anyone in the world to dinner, who would it be? You know, that's one of those questions that kind of I feel like could come and go with whims. Mm-hmm. Oh, mixer is down. Yikes. All right. Okay. That's like a whim thing. That's like, who is my favorite actor this week, or what show am I watching, or what book have I read?
So this week, who is?
Alive or dead, too. Does it say alive or dead?
Well, it says anyone in the world, so I'm going to say probably alive.
I'm probably going to go with, my standby is always Isaac Asimov. I think I'm going to have to go with Isaac Asimov because he's well-read, well-written. He's a very smart individual. I think he would have some things to say about the world. You know, plus I'm sure he likes robots, so.
That's probably true.
What about you?
Oh goodness, who would I invite over for dinner? Believe it or not, it wouldn't be Ryan Reynolds or Chris Evans because it'd be weird for them to watch me eat.
Yeah.
So who would I invite to dinner?
That focus on that webcam is junk.
I'm going to say Michelle Obama.
Oh, that's an
Just
excellent answer.
I miss the Obamas so much.
I do too.
So very much, and I just love her. She's kind of my favorite person in the world right now, so that's what I'm going to go
That's a
with.
great answer.
Yeah.
Plus, you guys might have a sensible meal.
That's true. That is true. Okay.
And she could give you workout tips.
She could.
Get those guns up.
Yep, that's right.
Hey, Tucker, I don't know if you joined us late. This is what I'm drinking. Hemp Gose Ale from Goodwood. Coriander, lemon peel, and hemp seed.
Actually really good. I had a sip of it the other day.
It still is very sour, but it's got a really nice taste to it. Had a whole 6-pack the other day. Didn't even think about it. Also, by the way, this part for you Lego nerds, this 4x8 plate in dark blue is really expensive. So if you have one, hang on to it or sell it, I guess. Next question.
All right. Would you like to be famous, and in what way?
So Wes can attend to this if Wes is still watching. At one point, I wanted to be comic book famous. I wanted people to know me through my work and like pay dollars to get artwork done by me at conventions and stuff. I don't think I'd ever want to be music or movie famous, but I would have liked to have people look at my artwork and go, that guy is really talented, or he was the whole reason I got into comic books. But now it's sort of the same with Lego. Now I want to be that guy that builds something really cool that other people say, that thing is really cool. Do you have the instructions for that? Or how do I build that? Or the best comment, well, I'm giving up and selling all my Lego because there's no way I could build that well. That's the kind of famous I want to be right now. What about you?
I would probably want to be famous in more of a like humanitarian, from a humanitarian standpoint, or public policy advocacy, something like that.
Oh, you want to be a famous wonk?
No, I don't know that I necessarily would want to be like a politician necessarily, just because.
Well, no, a wonk though, somebody who's like really learned about certain things, and or do you want to be like think tank famous, like somebody who's known throughout scientific circles as they wrote that paper or something?
Not necessarily scientific, but maybe social sciences, like maybe like some type of sociological research, but something that can like make a difference.
Okay.
So
you want to be famous for making a difference.
Yes.
All right.
Basically, although I guess that kind of takes away from the whole idea of making a difference if you're doing it to be famous.
That sounds very
that
ABC After School Special.
Yeah.
Making a difference.
Making a difference.
The more you know. Imagination. So we got a really garish light here because the overhead light here isn't great.
Tucker says it's never too late to become comic book famous.
Yeah, you know, once the Capitol's done, I may transition back to doing some artwork. I don't know.
All right, ready for number 3?
Number 3.
I think I know the answer to this one. Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say and why?
I'm gonna put this up here. That's Han Solo, young Han Solo. No, I don't rehearse what I'm going to say.
That's surprising to me.
I just don't make phone calls.
Oh, that's not surprising.
So what I do is if it's something that I can get away with doing online, I will let them leave a voicemail, and then if it's somebody I know, I will email them and say, I'm sorry I missed your call, I was away from my desk. Why don't you just go ahead and email me whatever it is you need to talk about so I can have a paper trail of our conversation and our work. That way I can get away with not talking to people because I have phone anxiety.
So it's the phone anxiety, it's not because you actually want a paper trail.
No, it's more the phone anxiety than anything.
So I don't rehearse necessarily, but for work I actually have...
Dash, I'll build a robot.
Everybody wants you to build a robot.
Yeah.
So if I'm making a phone call, like if I'm scheduling like a personal phone call, like scheduling an appointment for myself or
that kind of stuff I don't do.
Stuff like that I don't rehearse for. But if I'm doing a business call, we actually have scripts at my job that we follow somewhat. I mean, we don't have to follow it. It just gives us an idea, especially since the role that I'm doing now is kind of new. And so just until I get used to what I'm going to say. Yeah,
I would imagine, especially with work, those scripts come out sort of the same reason there's like warnings on hair dryers and coffee. It's just so you don't get in trouble with somebody suing you or something like that.
Well, and it's important too because I'm not going to go into my job here, but it's important because we have to have like...
Art streams would be dope.
Oh yeah. We have to, give like...
Maybe I'll mix it up.
We have to give like HIPAA notifications,
stuff
like that, let them know that the calls are recorded and stuff. So it's kind of just like gives me ticklers to
Okay, I can see that. Yeah.
Things. So not really rehearsing, but
because everything's going to be different for you, so
yeah,
it's just a reminder of what you need to say.
Right.
Ticklers.
What was that?
I just like that. That's like I just heard the phrase ticklers in terms of like getting your mind to be jogged about something the other day. I can't remember where it was, but that's the second time.
You've never heard that before?
I've never heard that. And then like 2 weeks ago, this is the second time I've heard it in as many weeks.
That's like how I'd never heard the word druthers until recently.
Druthers. If I had my druthers, I would do this all the time. If I had my druthers, I would do art and Lego nonstop. That's all I do.
I knew Druthers as the really terrible hamburger fast food chain. I don't think it exists anymore, so I think I could say that without being sued. Okay. What would constitute a perfect day for you?
Perfect day?
Perfect day.
Wow. I'm going to let you take that one first.
A perfect day...
Dead air. There's all that dead air.
Okay.
No,
perfect day would be for me to get up in enough time to go to the gym and do my 30 minutes to an hour on my treadmill. come back and do a yoga routine. This isn't all about fitness, I promise, just the morning part, because I wish that I didn't have to do my...
We're not going to sell Vitamix at the end of this stream or anything.
I wish that I didn't have to do my exercising at the end of the day, because by the time the end of the day comes around, I'm exhausted, but I won't get up early enough to do it at the beginning of the day. And then maybe having some quality time with you in the morning, having a good, not being...
Oh, barf.
Not being like sexual there, but just...
so my perfect day would be sexual with Beth.
I mean, maybe that too. But, you know, just like cuddling on the couch and watching a movie or an episode of a TV show, and then going to a brewery and hanging out with our friends. In a perfect world, I'd be able to bring Allie with me too, my dog. She wouldn't do too well there. But this is, you know,
your perfect
the perfect day. And yeah, I mean, just really, I'm really easy when it comes to stuff like that.
You're easy like Sunday morning.
Yes. I don't know how to take that. But yeah, I think just being able to spend quality time with you and being able to spend quality time with our friends and drink good beer, and especially if the calories in the beer didn't count.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely important.
Yes.
I may have to go get a part. I think I'm missing a part.
Would your perfect day be having the part that you're looking for?
Yeah, the perfect day would be doing one of these where I didn't have to, like, I designed it and I bought all the parts for it and they were all here. Because right now they're not here. So that upsets me. So I may jump off real quick and go do that, but I'll keep talking.
Does that mean that I'm
Yeah,
on here by
make
myself?
conversation with this.
I don't know anything about Lego.
Hey Dash. So both Dash and Wes want me to either draw or build a robot.
Not a robot, a robot.
A robot. Keep talking.
I don't know what to say.
My perfect day.
What is your, I don't have to go
that far, I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
My perfect day would be, and no one can hear me.
I was gonna say, do you want me to be your echo?
Relay.
Yes. Ben's perfect day would be...
So, my perfect days are usually any Saturdays where I wake up early. Because I've got a little bit of time to be in the house when it's quiet and cold, cool, dark, you're sleeping. And make myself a nice breakfast, watch some videos, usually like a Blue Planet or a documentary or some stupid science fiction show or something. The West Wing was a big one. When I was binging on West Wing, I would eat some breakfast and watch that. Breakfast is always bacon and eggs and toast and coffee.
Sometimes waffles.
When I was smoking, it would be followed by a cigarette. And then just kind of after that, the perfect day for me would be unfolding kind of organically. Like, plans stress me out. I don't like planning things, but at the same time, I get a little, it's weird. I get tweaked if I don't feel like we have any plans, but I like things to kind of be like natural and organic and have people say, hey, we're gonna go do this thing, why don't you come along? But it always includes hanging out with our friends and going to, like you said, going to a brewery or going to a nice restaurant. Am I missing another piece? This is ridiculous. And then coming home and falling asleep whenever I wanted to. Also, there's rain involved. I really like rain. A perfect day also might include some really good Italian food.
With the calories.
With the calories not counting. I would also, sometimes I like the idea of visiting Colorado. So being in the mountains would be nice. So any of these things taking place in the mountains is good. I also miss the days when I'm with my kids, when they were young, and I could kind of just hang out at the house with them and they were little and crawl all over you and kind of play around and stuff. I miss those days. So a perfect day would be that, have that in the middle of it. I think just anything that, I mean, that's sort of a stupid answer, but
think that's a stupid answer.
Anything where everything that I like happens would be my perfect day.
Yeah, I think that's a perfectly good answer.
Okay.
Oh, and also a perfect day would be where Allie doesn't regurgitate.
Well, that's a given.
Yeah. All right. This is a fun one. When did you last sing to yourself, and when did you last sing to somebody else?
Well, I have a habit of singing all the time in the house.
He does.
I sing everything. Every little thought that comes into my head, I'm singing, I'm making up words for something. So I'm gonna move this light back a little bit because it's really bright in my face. I need a diffuser, big light umbrella or something. That's a little better, okay. Yeah, I make up songs all the time. I probably sang something today. Probably to myself or to you, or I sing in the car all the time.
Do you remember the last time you sang to somebody else?
To somebody else? I sing to you.
Probably me. You sing to me all the time.
Constantly. I'm always singing to you. When's the last time you sang?
So the last time I sang to myself was when I was on my walk this afternoon. The Lion King soundtrack came on
Yeah.
my iTunes. So I was singing Circle of Life as I was walking down the street, and I hope nobody heard me. I didn't see anybody out, but
That's
I was
fantastic.
singing very loudly. Last time I sang to somebody else, oddly enough, was to Allie when she was in her chair. So our dog Allie has a condition called megaesophagus, and her esophagus is basically paralyzed. It's enlarged and paralyzed, so she has to eat in a chair, and she has to stay in the chair for 30 minutes after she eats, so the food goes from her esophagus to her stomach. And in order to keep her in the chair sometimes, or to keep myself entertained while she's in there, I tend to sing to her. And I sang Wonder of Wonder, Miracle of Miracles from Fiddler to her today.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Because she's my little miracle.
So we got a write-in question here
Oh.
from Super Joey 3210. I think that's my brother.
Is that your brother?
I think so. I recognize the 3210. Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
You can only eat one of these for the rest of your life without obvious health issues. Sushi or barbecue?
Sushi.
Discuss.
Sushi.
Oh man. So, does the barbecue include all the fixins like bread and onions and pickles and?
Does it make a difference? Oh, Rita's watching on Facebook.
Hi, Rita. Can you have coleslaw and potato salad and a pudding, a banana pudding afterwards? Because sushi is a broad thing. You can have the nigiri, you can have the sashimi.
Well, barbecue is a broad thing too.
Right. So just barbecue meat, just like straight brisket and California roll. You got to pick one.
But you could have brisket, you could have pulled pork, you could
Right.
have barbecue chicken, barbecue turkey. There's variety.
So what we're saying is
Sushi.
yes. Oh, sushi. I thought we were just saying yes.
I'm going sushi.
All
I'd
right.
rather have sushi than barbecue.
I am going to not answer that, but I'm thinking I'm leaning towards sushi.
Yeah. Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yeah. Let's do this.
Oh, this is interesting. If you were able
I don't think that's the right one.
live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want? Kelly's watching on Facebook. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. If we could,
if
you
you're
could
able
live till 90.
Live till 90 and you can retain either the mind or the body of a 30-year-old for 60 years.
Well, that's interesting. Because I think
Hold on a second. Rita, my secret is that I applied makeup before we went on the stream. She said I look amazing. What's my secret? I told Ben, I'm like, I'm only doing this if I can put a little bit of makeup on before.
Yeah, she's like, when are we going on? I'm like, soon. She's like, can I put some makeup on? I'm like,
So
okay.
Kelly's has an answer for this question. She says mine. I say mine too.
You know, I say body.
Really?
Because if your mind is all put together, but your body decays, then that's a really hard one. I'm thinking that if your body decays, you are very aware of how much pain you're in all the time, and how old you are, and how long you have until you're gone. If you have a nice body, but your brain goes, at least you're not in pain.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's an interesting question.
That's true, but
Hey, Goldie is hosting us now. Thanks, Goldie.
Oh, yay!
You can have barbecue to barbecue.
I would still rather have sushi than barbecue.
All right.
But yeah, I'm gonna say mind.
Okay.
Because I just, the thing is also,
These are my favorite pieces.
the body of what 30-year-old?
Oh God, now you're just getting creepy.
I mean,
I'm
no,
just gonna go
I'm
down the street and
serious.
find a 30-year-old.
I'm serious. Like,
Thanks for the follow.
I'm just saying.
Mixer was messed up. Well, thank goodness Mixer's back.
I'm just saying, like, I think about, actually my body at 30 wasn't terrible. That's when I was really, really in shape. But I would take my body at 30 over my body at like 25.
Oh, fair enough.
So, but yeah, I still say mind. I'm
Okay.
gonna go mind. Yeah.
All right, next question.
Next question. Oh, geez.
Are they getting real now?
Yeah. Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die?
Ooh. Secret hunch, no, but I'm fairly sure that I'm gonna have a stroke or a heart attack when I'm like 68. Yeah, I think that's how it's gonna go. I don't think I'll maybe die from that, but I probably will not survive in any meaningful fashion. Like I'll probably be vegetative or it'll screw up my mental capacity. That's my secret hunch.
Wow.
I just think because I enjoy I enjoy food and beer a lot, and I have a history of smoking, but I don't smoke anymore. But I think that's already kind of messed up everything that I've already set up. So I think before I'm 70, probably a heart attack.
No, I don't think before you're 70. I don't think so. But I'm gonna say
So
no.
Goldie, we're doing the 36 questions you ask people on a date.
Oh my God, Kelly has the best answer for this.
What's that?
Hopefully I'll be smothered by puppies at a happy old age.
Oh, that would be the best.
Kelly, you can respond all you want. I like this with people responding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely respond.
Also, you guys in the chat, let me know if you can hear the music or not, because I can hear it. Beth can't, because it's in headphones. But
is it that music that I can't stand?
it's video game chiptune stuff,
Yeah,
so you don't want to
no.
hear it anyway.
No. So,
Radio Cut Man, links in the description.
So my hunch about, I hope that it's Kelly's idea about being smothered by puppies at a happy old age. I'm just gonna say, based on family history, it's gonna be some sort of heart problem. Yeah, I'm gonna guess that's what, or, well, I'm not gonna say that because I feel like I'll jinx myself. I'm going to say, Kelly says she can hear the music.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say probably heart problems.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same.
Cardiovascular.
I said that and you looked at me funny.
Well, because
You're like, no, I don't,
I don't
want
want you to die.
Well, I don't want you to die either.
I know.
I mean, it's not like we've got life insurance on you still or something.
All right. David Tucker's watching on Facebook.
Hi, David Tucker. All right, we've got a write-in question.
Okay.
What fictional movie universe would you live in and why? Hey, you know what?
Ooh.
Goldie, Kelly is talking on Facebook Live, but Restream, I don't think, the Restream chat doesn't work on Facebook Live. So we'll try to reread questions back and forth. It has, Restream will have Mixer and Twitch and YouTube, but it, for whatever reason, is not doing Facebook. I think it's new that they can actually just broadcast to Facebook. So
Rita says sushi covered in barbecue. That would be the ideal.
sushi covered in barbecue.
They actually have, at one of the sushi restaurants we go to, they have like, don't they have like brisket in one of the, or they have steak?
Yeah, they have a
beef of some sort in
right.
one of the rolls, because Texas.
Because Texas.
But okay, what was the question? What movie universe?
What fictional movie universe would you live in? I want to give a addendum to this question, in that I see it a lot on other channels where they say, what video game universe would you live in and why? And I always think, I always say Cooking Mama from the Wii, because in every other video game universe, I die repeatedly. I don't want that. That's ridiculous. In Cooking Mama, it's nothing but food. And then, so that's usually my answer. But then somebody was like, yeah, a universe where all you do is cook and you never get to eat anything? That's terrible.
Yeah.
So now I don't know. But movie universe, so it's always like, oh, I want to live in The Shire, or, you know, Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or something like that, because they're so fantastic. But at the same time, there's so much conflict in everything that you're like, well, as an NPC or as a regular old plebe, I'd be dead, you know, in whatever war or conflict that's going on. I'd be frontline grunt. I'd be the guy in Osgiliath who was killed by a troll or something, so I'd probably pick something. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Pleasantville,
That could work.
where everybody's discovering new stuff and it's kind of an age of discovery,
Yeah.
and everything was good before, you thought, but then it suddenly got better.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, now it's better,
Kelly says Wreck-It Ralph because then you can live in whatever video game or now the internet.
Yeah, but then what's her name's yelling at me all the time.
I'm going to say, and this should come as a surprise to no one, Degrassi, because I think being
I'm missing 2 parts again. Degrassi.
I think that being a teenager in Canada seems neat. So I'm going to go with Degrassi.
All right, Degrassi works.
Tucker says...
Degrassi isn't a movie, though.
It doesn't say movie, does it? Does it say movie? Oh, fictional
Movie universe.
Crap, what's the Canadian
Let's just say Degrassi the movie.
Oh, School Out was the movie.
I need 2 parts.
Okay,
Explain why
so-
you want to live in that.
Okay, so Tucker says Trauma Team Center. It'd be cool to be a medical professional that ends up having to deal with aliens for random reasons. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly says I'd be a good influence on them too. If I had to do a movie universe,
I think Scott Pilgrim would be pretty cool.
I was just thinking that, and I was thinking that because Canada, didn't that take place in Canada?
Yeah, that's Canada. Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim. Okay.
Because then you get a video game fight, everybody.
That is true. All right.
Missing these 2 pieces.
This will be fun. Name 3 things you and your partner appear to have in common.
Oh, shit.
Oh, come on.
Okay, we both like... Excuse me. We both like...
Yes, Goldie, I basically just want to live in Canada.
Yeah, she does. We both like Flogging Molly and most things folk/punk. So other music that's like that. Go-Go Bordello. And I'm pulling you around to Fratelli's, so that's good. What else do we have in common? We both like Joss Whedon, movies/written things. And now these are my answers. You have different ones.
I know.
So I'm using all the ones that we have, or that I think we have. And we are both pleasers.
That is true. That is very true. So the Flogging Molly thing, a little tidbit about our information.
They don't need to know that.
Yeah, they do. A little information about us. We met on, is it okay to say where we met?
We met on a dating site.
Yes, we met on OkCupid, and he was the only person I ever messaged. And I messaged him because he said he liked Flogging Molly. So, other things we have in common. We both love animals. Let's see here. We both really, really love our friends. Our community is very important to us. It's important that we have a strong community, and important that we're close to that community. I don't see us leaving Austin for a long time because we have like the best friends here. So, and
just focus on his web camera.
We like, or that we have in common.
I obviously do love Lego and chiptune music, but that
I
doesn't
do
mean she
not.
does.
I do
She does
not.
not. She doesn't mind Lego.
But I'm gonna go with we both just genuinely really like music, and music is a big part of both of our lives.
Yeah, we both really
So-
appreciate. I am coming around more to folk music since we've started dating.
Well, and you know, Flogging Molly is really kind of folk
It's
punk.
Irish folk
Yeah,
punk.
it's Irish folk punk. So
Yeah.
you kind of already liked it. You just didn't know you liked it. So Rita had a question. Who is the one person, celebrity, or other you'd like to have a late night discussion with over pie? I'm going to go with Nathan Fillion, which goes back to my Goldie goes back to my Canadian obsession. I think,
Celebrity, huh?
yeah, I think he would be a pretty good conversationalist. And he doesn't have much of a Canadian accent. I was gonna say, and he'd say a boat,
A boat.
but he doesn't really have that much of an accent.
Celebrity that I'd like to have a late night discussion over pie with. Wow, that's a... Because celebrity, I'm trying to think of not like a... That makes me think of a movie star or...
Well, your brother said, Joe says Carl Sagan.
Joe always says Carl Sagan.
Is that your answer for everything?
Joe's
I
answer...
think Carl Sagan would be a lovely person.
Oh yeah, I agree. Oh, you know what? Clive Barker.
I think that would be fun.
Yep. And I'm not going to say why.
Rita said that she'd do anything with Nathan Fillion, period.
Okay.
Me too.
She's
I knew I liked you, Rita.
She's on her list.
Okay, so let's see here. For what in your life do you feel most grateful? And I'm gonna make this not awkward with us. We can't say each other because even
that's,
I know
yeah, that's a layup.
The easy answer and also be the we would feel pressured to say that.
Who would you like to cook your dinner? Carl Sagan.
Yes.
Yes, please, Carl Sagan, cook my dinner.
Okay, so what in your life do you feel the most grateful?
I'm gonna change this. What do I feel? I'm okay. Let's say I'm automatically grateful for my kids.
Yes,
so
that's a given.
I'm going to try to pick something that is not my kids because that's kind of built into everything as a parent. You're just automatically grateful for your kids.
And you have great kids.
I have great kids. I am grateful that the relationship that I still have with Cheryl and Claire is very good.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I wouldn't be able to have a relationship with my kids that I do. So I think it's very important that we're still friends and we can work together so well and we come together for the good of the family in a lot of ways.
I think that's...
And as much as we get on each other's nerves and whatnot, we're still very close.
Yeah.
So that's important to me.
I think that's a good point. So I'm going to say, and I'm going to kind of piggyback off of our relationship, because obviously I'm very grateful for this relationship, but I'm grateful for the people that I have met through this relationship. So a lot of you are watching the chat right now, or watching the stream right now. So, but no, I'm being completely serious.
Heart's green.
Trying to be sweet here. I'm trying to have.
I know.
So
I'm sorry.
I'm grateful. Let's say I'm grateful for my community here in Austin because you guys are amazing.
Well, now you're pandering to the fans.
No, but
nobody wants that.
Well, they're not my fans. They're my friends.
This isn't Melissa's channel. We don't have to.
Right.
We don't have to pander to our fan base.
It's true. And
I'm kidding, Melissa.
It's very true. Rita has another question. Joe says, I'm a big fan of the Earth's magnetic field. That's a very...
keeps us safe, keeps all that radiation out.
Yep. Okay, so Rita says, what's the one thing you would regret not doing if you died tomorrow? Ooh, that's a good question.
What is the one regret?
What's the one thing that you would regret not doing if you died tomorrow?
Well, okay, so I was just thinking today how little time I spend with the kids anymore, I feel like. And that's not true. I see them often.
Yeah.
But I feel like not spending more time with them would be my one regret. My second one regret would be not taking more of a chance when I was doing comic book work to push that more.
Yeah.
And it was really hard at the time because I was a new father. Cheryl and I had a new house that we were living in, and it was kind of like it just didn't feel right trying to set that aside to become bohemian artist kind of thing, because comic book work takes like all your time. You can do it every couple hours after work and on the weekends, but you won't get. I saw so many of my contemporaries pass me by in terms of like appreciation and acceptance and talent. Like I could just see the talent blooming with these guys, and it was something that I never saw, and I knew that if I had put more effort into it, I would have. But there was just, I had to make a choice, and the choice was I want to, be a good parent to my kid, and that just meant being more of a breadwinner, So that's it. I don't regret having my kids. I just regret not taking a leap and trying to be something that I wanted to, which is why I think the Lego thing is a big thing for me, because now I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna do it. Like whatever it is, I'm gonna go for it.
I would regret You know what I'd regret? I'd regret not being able to pay my parents back for everything they've done for me. Like being able to take them on like a nice trip or something like that, because my parents have been, I have the best parents in the world, and they've done so much for me, just, you know, financially, emotionally, like they've just been the best, and I would love to be able to pay them back someday. So I hope I have an opportunity to. So, okay.
Missing pieces.
Your brother, Joe says barbecue sushi with Carl Sagan.
Just he's stuck on that.
Stuck on Carl Sagan.
Stuck on you.
All right.
Like someone named Carl Sagan is making me stew.
If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
Oh, God. I got my brother on the phone.
I know, right? You mean on the chat?
No, he's on the phone. Got my bro on the phone.
Oh, he is on
He's on my
your
phone.
phone.
The way I was raised. You know, I know Joe will weigh in on this probably, but I don't think we were raised that poorly. There were things that I wish wouldn't have happened, like my parents getting divorced. Obviously, it was better for the both of them because they were in a relationship that sucked. But I think up until a certain point, I think I was raised up until about 9 or 10 pretty well. Like we were never really wanting for anything.
Yeah.
It was a time when, you know, physical abuse was probably on its way out. So we got spanked and we got stuff. So it's like, it was a weird time. There's one thing that I remember not liking is that I was playing soccer at the time, and there was a chance for me to go play soccer with the group that I was playing with, but it was a tournament in California. And my parents couldn't afford to send me to that. And again, I watched all these guys go kind of, I think one of them plays for, or coaches for a Denver team now. And so it was like watching all them kind of go up and do something that I really like doing, but I wasn't able to. That was kind of a bummer. And it didn't mean we were poor, and it didn't mean we were destitute or anything like that. It's just one of those decisions parents have to make. And it's kind of like, I wish we were a little better off so we could have had more opportunities, you know, not just soccer, not just newspaper or theater or whatever thing it went into. So
I feel like I'm the parent of 2 social workers, so I probably
You're the parent of 2 social workers?
Nope, I'm the child of 2 social
Whoa,
workers.
scandal.
I know, scandalous. No, I'm the child of 2 social workers. So I feel like my upbringing was about as normal as possible. I mean, I do wish that we
Keep talking.
could have, you know, maybe traveled a little more, but we've got to do a lot. Like looking back on it, I feel like I got to do a lot more than a lot of kids my age did. You know, maybe I wish there was more of an emphasis put on sports. My parents were very artsy, very musical, very more about being creative, which I think is good, and I'm happy that I had that. But I kind of wish maybe I was a little more active when I was younger, because maybe that would have helped me, you know, be active as an adult, which I'm struggling with right now. But I mean, honestly, there's not much I would have changed. I feel like I had a really good childhood, so that's
solid answer.
Yeah. Learning a little too much about your sister-in-law and brother. Rita says Joe makes me wear Carl Sagan masks. So, Ben, think about that as you're trying to sleep tonight. I don't know what he's doing in there.
I'm looking for parts.
He's looking for parts. Story of your life. Looking for parts. And you're leaving me on here by myself.
What's the next question?
Next question is, oh Lord, take 4 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible. Do you want me to time you?
Sure.
I don't know how to do that on my watch.
My life story in 4 minutes. Well, so I'm going to break it up by decade every minute. Hey everybody, this is a good look at my tile drawer. This is my 2x1x shorts. my longer ones. Got my upside downs.
Here.
Got my wider ones. Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to time you.
All right.
Hold on. Enter. 4 minutes. Okay, ready?
Yeah. This is gonna get really
And
boring.
Go.
As much as my life as possible. All right. So, my life was a normal suburban upbringing. I was born in Denver, but I was raised in a suburb outside of Denver where we lived in what is now a crappy little place called Countryside. My brother and I, my brother's 3 years younger than I am, we grew up playing a lot of video games and playing with a lot of Transformers and G.I. Joe, and our room was messy, and we saw fireworks on the 4th of July, and we rode bikes on dirt hills, and we were, I wouldn't say good kids, but we were not troublemaker kids. And
Not what I hear.
well, we did some stuff, but nobody ever went to jail, and you know. And then high school was, I will say middle school into high school was a little traumatic because I felt like I lost friends in the transition, which makes me feel like I've got a little more to identify with now with Greg, because I feel like sometimes Greg doesn't have strong friendship relationships, and I think it's because he's a sensitive soul.
He is a sensitive
And
soul.
I think that scares boys who are of his age, and I think they can't handle that. So I'm going off on a tangent here, but let's see, 2.5 minutes left. Let's see, high school was fine. I played soccer for a little bit, and I thought I was pretty good at it. I was a goalie, and then I broke my jaw, and because I broke my jaw,
the worst story in the world.
I got into theater.
If there are people watching that know Ben, you need to ask them about the jaw story.
So, so because I was out of soccer, I got into theater, and theater got me into college because my choir director said, I know a guy who is at Metro, the college I went to, so I got a scholarship to Metro, went to theater classes, and then I decided to become an artist and took art classes, and then I wanted to do comic books. So met and roomed with a friend who was a writer who never actually wrote anything. Brendan, if you're watching, still waiting on that script, buddy. Decided to try my hand at some comic book art, didn't really go very far. Then met a girl online while I was working after I dropped out of 6 years of college. Moved to Texas because we had to make a choice between her moving to Colorado and me moving to Texas, but because her parents had her mom had some medical issues, so it would have been better for her to move to, or for me to move to Colorado. So I did,
Texas.
or to move to Texas. So I did, and so moved here, got married, had 2 kids who are great. One just graduated high school.
Yay, Rowan!
And then went through a divorce because Cheryl came out as gay, but we still lived together as parents, raising the kids, so we co-parented because we didn't hate each other. We were just different people. And then went through some relationships that were some great, some not so great. One ended, and then I started online dating again, met Beth, and now we've been together for almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years.
And she allows me to pursue my ridiculously expensive hobby of Lego. And I don't make fun of the fact that she can't live without her phone, ever.
It's true.
She's like attached.
You have 10 seconds.
Oh, and I just,
6,
okay.
5.
And look, he's
4,
done.
3, 2,
Whee. All right, you're up.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know it was gonna
Officially
do that.
done. So
Cancel.
cheers.
Cancel. Okay. All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Happy Thursday, round 2.
All right. So.
We only have a half hour of this nonsense left.
Okay. So, I was born in a town called Paducah, Kentucky.
Paducah.
Paducah.
Say it with me. Paducah.
in Western Kentucky. Shouts out to any Kentucky folks.
I'll watch this while you're talking.
I was born as the child of 2 social workers. I have an older brother who is 3 years older than me. His name's Damon. Damon, if you're watching, what up? I mean, where do I go from there? So I was raised in a town called...
It's not my life story.
I know. I was raised in a town called Clinton. There's about population 1,200. There is nothing around it. There is, in my town, there are like 3 gas stations, a restaurant, and a whole bunch of churches.
So my chat shows up there.
It does.
That's weird. Okay, anyway.
So it's just random, and they're the people who can't see.
Yeah.
You're saying.
It's just random.
By the way, that was not in response to anything I said. That being a damn pole, that was in something
My brother
said.
they kept me in a hole in the backyard, or they kept me in the backyard in a hole. So I said, well, at least it was a damp hole.
Yeah, nothing
which
to do
just
with
shows
my
up on the chat
story.
as at least it was a damp hole.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah. Anywho.
You get an extra 30 seconds.
Nah. So I went to elementary school, junior high and high school. Well, went to elementary school in Clinton, Hickman County Elementary School, and then for junior high, I went to Fulton County because that's where my mom worked, and went back to Hickman County. On what is happening to you?
Just go ahead.
Okay. When I was in high school was terrible. I hated it.
Yes, one stoplight.
Yeah, one stoplight in the town.
You keep telling.
Sorry. So was ready to get out, graduated, went to Murray State University, got my degree in social work, had a lot of fun in college, a little too much fun, graduated with a 2.9 because I didn't go to class. And so kids, if you're watching, you have to go to class in order to get a good GPA. They will fail you. So graduated from Murray State and then ended up getting a job at a local mental health center in Paducah. Still living in Murray in an apartment with my best friend from college. It was a 2-bedroom. It was like $200 a month, something like that. Super, super cheap. Kind of a crap hole, but it's okay. So then I stayed in Murray for about a year or 2 and then ended up moving to a little town called Henderson, worked for CPS in Henderson, then ended up jumping over the bridge to Indiana, worked with...
Did you literally jump over a bridge?
No, but so Henderson and Evansville, this is Henderson, Kentucky, this is Evansville, Indiana, there's a bridge that connects the two.
Oh.
I drove over the bridge. Worked there for a little bit, went to grad school, got my degree, did much better in grad school than I did in undergrad, graduated with 3.9. I was very proud of myself. And the day I graduated, I took a trip to Austin to visit a guy that was in my hometown that I thought I was in love with. Moved here a month later. That relationship didn't work out. Have had maybe 3 failed relationships since then. What are you doing? And then I met this guy. And here we are. Oh, and also in 2007, I got my dog Allie, who is the second love of my life. So.
Wow, good job.
Yeah, woohoo.
Next one. Now everybody knows.
Yes. Okay.
We were staring deeply into your eyes and telling this story.
That's right. I was
We now are in love with
staring
you.
into my own eyes.
Yeah, don't look at yourself. Look at this little black dot.
I know,
Bloop,
it's just
bloop.
weird. Okay. So the next question is...
Also, before we go to the next question, I'm done with this guy. This is now the Microfighter M-86 Landspeeder. I didn't get the parts right, so that bit right there is black. It should be dark blue. And there's a tile in there that's green instead of dark blue, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But for the most part, oh, and this brick should be dark blue too, or I'll cover it. So anyway, I like it. It's swooshable. I hope you all like it.
It looks like my mom is watching. Hi, Mom! You just missed my life story. You also probably missed me talking about how great my parents were, which I seriously did.
No, it was all lies.
That's not true. I
Yeah.
talked about how great you guys were. Okay, so...
I'm gonna leave this over here
Okay.
for you to look at too.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna flip over and I'm gonna doodle in studio.
Okay, so if you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be?
If I woke up tomorrow with a superpower, is that what you're saying? Or is it just any quality?
Any quality or ability. I would like to address something in the chat. Happy Honey Badger said 1 stoplight. Yes, 1 stoplight. There is a stop sign as well, but we only had 1 stoplight.
Yeah. One quality or ability. I'm pretty happy with who I am as a person. I feel like even though I may be out of shape, or I guess I'm in shape, but that shape just happens to be this pear-shaped kind of thing.
But the dad bods are in.
No, dad bods are never in. Dad bods are just an excuse for people like me to go on eating Doritos and then occasionally mowing the lawn on Saturdays.
I've never
and going,
seen you eat a Dorito. Not a single Dorito.
So anyway, bodies, especially being out of shape, that's a construct where you that's something you can take care of yourself. It's not like, oh, I was born fat. You know, some people do have problems. I get it. But like, if you're one thing when you're in high school and another thing when you get older, it's like that's you just not appreciating that pasta and bread and beer make you fat, right? So a quality or ability is not going to be any of this. And I think a quality I would like would be more patience. I think I get frustrated easily and I jump from frustration to anger pretty easily. I've gotten better in my old age, but I think if I were to be able to kind of completely be without just getting easily frustrated and easily triggered about little things, I would be a lot happier.
Yeah.
Oop, I totally moved that.
I think I would not burp while I'm on camera. One ability or one quality or ability. This is gonna sound really superficial, but I would like to be able to enjoy working out.
Okay.
Because right now I hate it. I've been doing it daily, but I hate it the entire time until I'm done, and then I feel great. But I would like to actually enjoy it when it's actually happening. I would also like the ability not to freak out about every little thing. So that would be the other thing. Just a couple.
Not your anxiety? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Okay.
I would like to not be as anxious. So Mom says, "Well, I get to see the whole thing." I think you can go back and watch it on Facebook, right?
Yeah, after
we're done, you should be able to go back and watch the whole thing.
Or YouTube. It'll be on YouTube.
Or YouTube. It'll be on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it'll
don't
be
know
up.
why I'm repeating you, like she can't hear you.
Because it's good video.
Rita says, if you could affect one permanent policy change in our country, what would it be? I.e., climate change, abortion rights. Ooh, I have an answer for this one.
If you could do that again?
If you could affect one permanent policy change in our country, which would it be? Can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would decriminalize most drugs.
That's funny because Goldie just said she started trying CBD oil, and it's thebomb.com.
Yeah, it's really good.
Hondo P, Goldie.
Yeah. I think that there are way too many people in our prison system that are in jail or in prison for nonviolent offenses. And I think that it's damaging not just to them, but to society as a whole. And I think that it's kind of BS that you have people in jail for doing what retailers do in Colorado or Washington legally.
Mm-hmm.
And it's basically allowing, middle-class white people to make money, but then you have minorities or people living in poverty who are sitting in jail for doing the exact same thing. So, yeah, I would decriminalize most drugs.
Okay.
Specifically marijuana.
That's a great answer, and I don't think I have anything better, because mine would have been something about the sliding scale of human rights and civil rights and gay rights and stuff like that. I mean, even if we were to get to a point where there were no discrimination cases against anybody, no matter your race, creed, religious leaning, sexual preference, identity, anything like that. But we solve whatever we're on now, and in 20 years, conservative people will say, conservative meaning there's ends of the spectrum. There's conservative and then there's liberal, and there's they're pulling at each other constantly, and we're always dragging each other one way or another. So the conservatives will, if we allow for all kinds of rights for everybody in the world, there's always going to be, well, but you don't something. You don't sound like me, you don't smell like me, something, So the idea of maybe, it's not really a policy change, but just like bigotry and prejudice in general. I don't know if there's a way to write laws about that or anything,
Right.
but it's...
Well, there's anti-discrimination.
There's anti-discrimination, but that's the one thing that I think fires me up more than anything is discrimination laws.
Yeah.
The one thing that gets me to the polls, the one thing that gets me writing letters is anything that's like one person has something that the other doesn't, and it's by law. There's nothing to do with, well, you have more money or you were raised in a better family or anything stupid like that, but it's like, by the law of this land, you can't do something, and that just doesn't make any sense. You can't marry, you can't adopt, you can't assume the insurance of a dead spouse. It's just, I hate it. Anyway, that would be my...
Yeah. I also would like to add to my answer too that just dealing with the criminal justice system is that, and this goes along with discrimination, the only group that, as a nation, it is legal to discriminate against as far as housing and employment, and this is as like every state in the union, because I know that there are discrimination laws. Discrimination laws, but or there's a lot of states have anti-discrimination laws, but some don't. Like, I do realize that it's still legal to discriminate against some groups in some states and whatnot. The only group of people that it's legal to discriminate against nationwide are felons, because they can be denied employment and housing for their status as a felon. And remember, some of those people are felons for doing the exact same thing that people are doing legally in Colorado. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Nothing against Colorado. I love Colorado, and I love that,
No, but I get what you're saying with that.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see. Rita says she would tax churches.
I saw a thing about that.
Yeah.
I think they are starting to get taxed. I saw a thing. I'll have to find some information for you on that, Rita.
Mom says Illinois just passed recreational marijuana bill plus retroactive decriminalization of marijuana. That's awesome. And Joe had another question. So morality and logistical issues aside, if you could become king, queen, ruler of one country, which one and why? Canada, duh.
King, queen, or ruler of one country?
Not that Canada has a king or a queen, but I would definitely choose Canada because Canada's amazing.
Canada's pretty rad. I would almost have to back you on that, but I think I'm gonna have to go with the mother of all Lego and Denmark.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But talk about discrimination.
Yeah, Denmark's kind of the worst.
Maybe you can make some changes though.
That's
There
what
you
I'll
go.
do.
There you go. I'm gonna be lazy and rule over a country that needs no changes.
I'm going to talk to some of my Canadian friends about what you just said. They will disagree with you, the
They
fact that
probably would.
Canada has no problems.
I'm sure that there are problems there. I mean, if you watch Degrassi, those kids have all sorts of problems.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Canada is still ruled by UK.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. I stand by my original statement. Okay, let's see. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, your future, or anything else, what would you want to know? I would want to know
What the lottery numbers are tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday.
Yep.
Powerball numbers, bitch. Hit me. Because then the rest of the problems will fade away.
The truth about yourself, life, or the future.
Oh.
Or the future. Oh, well, I guess that
Truth
would
about
be-
the future.
Yeah, that would. Okay. So you're going with the.
See this guy? This guy's good with who he is.
Okay. Well, that's good.
I just need more money.
It's true. I would want to know. There's a part of me that says I would want to know when or how I would die, but I don't know that I could live my full life knowing that.
Yeah.
I honestly, that's a hard one.
We just got invited on Facebook to the best makeup workshop ever.
That was my invite, not yours.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Goldie, I agree. I don't think I would want to know. There's a part of me that would want to know, but then there's another part of me that just, I don't think I could live my life to the fullest. What would I want to know about my life, my future, or anything else? I'd like to know if I'm ever going to get my student loans paid off. Does that count? I don't have a good answer for this.
I'd like to reintroduce you to my answer, which is money. Then you can just pay them off.
Well, this goes with Rita's question. Rita has another question. I'm loving these questions, man. Would you rather be super hot or be rich? I would rather be super hot than rich.
I would be.
This is where you say you're already super hot.
Oh, baby, you don't need to worry about that.
Oh,
You're
thanks,
already-
honey.
No, stop it. we just lost all our viewers.
No.
All 7 of them. I think I would rather be. Okay, so here's the thing. This is one of those. You can have both. If you're super hot, be a model or a movie star, and then
you
now
can be
you're
rich.
If you're rich, get cosmetic surgery, and now you're super hot.
Well, that's what. Yeah, okay, that's what Goldie said.
Yeah.
If you're rich,
So here's the
you
thing.
can make yourself hot.
If I was Chris Hemsworth / Chris Pratt / Chris Evans / Chris Pine, any of the Chris's, you get to the point where the only thing you're doing is eating well, paying somebody to tell you when to exercise, paying somebody to cook for you. You know, it's like if I was rich, I would look probably really good because I could pay people to say don't eat that or eat that or now do some sit-ups. It's nothing I couldn't do on my own, but now if that was my only job was to look good, I could pay a bunch of people to help me do it. So.
And what about super smart or super famous? I'm gonna go with super
smart.
Yeah, I'm gonna
oh
go with
God,
super smart.
always super smart.
Yeah.
That was the one thing about it was Highlander. The prize for Highlander was you were able to talk to everybody and you
Your
would be
brother
able
is obsessed
like Carl
with Carl
Sagan.
Sagan.
Do you not know my
love it.
brother?
I thought I did.
No,
but I
he's
didn't
like-
know about this Carl Sagan obsession.
Carl Sagan all the way. Yeah, if for those of you who don't know the Highlander story, which should be everybody, the prize for being there can be only one was that you are able to. You're not really smart, but you are able to understand everybody. So you are able to talk to all kinds of world leaders and have them. You be able to understand them, and then you could relate to other people and. So being really smart and being able to communicate with people, I think, would be a very cool thing.
Goldie says ignorance is bliss.
It's because you've been ignorant your whole life.
Oh, stop it.
I'm kidding.
He doesn't mean that.
I only sort of mean that.
No, he. Apologize.
Nope.
Apologize to her.
I will in person.
You know he didn't mean that. Okay, so is there something you've dreamed of doing for a long time, and why haven't you done it?
There's something I've dreamed of doing for a long time, but haven't.
Goldie, he does need to apologize.
He be trolling. So I've always wanted to go to Japan. I wanted to visit Japan. Land of weeaboo, all things Asian, well, all things Japanese.
Can we swear on this?
Yeah.
I think we already have. So what do we have to say to Chip? Because our friend, yeah, exactly.
Fuck you, Chip.
Yeah. No, we love Chip, but he just got back from Japan, and we're super jealous.
I had a coworker go to Japan, and she went to all the Studio Ghibli picturesque places and ate all the great anime foods, and I'm just super jealous.
Yeah. So why haven't you gone?
Because a flight out there is like $5,000.
Yeah. So I don't want to steal your traveling thing, but I've always wanted to go to Sicily because my grandma.
That's
is from
your
Sicily.
land of your people.
Yeah, so I would love to go, and it's just a money thing. The other thing I've always dreamed of doing, not trying to make it awkward.
But let's make it awkward.
I'm gonna make it awkward. My mom said, "Watch movie High Life, and if you get it right away, you're super smart." I don't think I've ever seen that. So the other thing I've dreamt about since I was a little girl, which is very weird, is I have dreamt about having a wedding. I'm not saying anything.
Y'all saw it. Pressure.
Yeah. No, it's not pressure. It's just I like the idea of being a princess for a day and have everybody focus on me. It's not for pure reasons at all.
Shostakovich,
not
Beth.
for pure reasons at all. Also, it's an excuse for our friends to get together and party. So.
Well, they don't need a excuse for that. Forget the monorail, ride the cat bus.
It just really made me funny. That really made me laugh. That really made me funny. Wow, I'm tired apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, Rita has another question.
Do you know what the cat butt is, Beth? Or cat bus is?
The cat butt. I know what the cat butt is.
Do you know what the cat bus is?
Is it an anime thing?
Yeah. Did you see Totoro?
No.
See what I'm dealing with here, Tucker?
Anime makes me anxious.
Makes you animanxious?
Animanxious. Rita has a question.
Okay.
What animal would you like to be reincarnated as and why? I'm going to go dog because they just seem to have a good time all the time.
I'm going to go with another human being.
Okay, I'm going to rephrase her question. Animal other than a human being.
Okay. This is funny because I think this illustrates who we are as people. Is I would want to come back as a cat.
Yeah.
Dog or cat, people pick up your poop.
That's true.
You can go poop and people pick it up for you.
That is very true.
Probably some kind of bird, just because I think flying would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, but birds are...
Birds are what, Beth? You don't like birds. I know you don't like birds.
Birds are scary. Yeah. Did you see...
I have a confession. I've never seen Totoro. I just know the references from the movie. So I'm not going to browbeat you about it. I think it's a good movie, but I understand some people don't get into Ghibli or there's holes in their viewing. You know, it's fine. See it when you can. I honestly, of the Studio Ghibli movies, it's not my favorite. It's kind of, it feels like there's very little plot to it. You know, it's wonderfully fantastic, or it's wonderfully whimsical, but and it's a good example of kind of the minutia of Japanese life. This guy goes from a city house to a country house so they can kind of save money. The kid's mom is sick, so they kind of live on their own just with their dad, and so it's a nice little microcosm of small village but modern day Japanese life. So that's really kind of what it is. And then there's like the fantasy aspect thrown in kind of on top of it. But in terms of like really strong plot, it's kind of average. It's like Marwen or something where you're like, well, this almost feels like it's real life. Yeah. You know, so.
So Rita says, you can actually get married in Cinderella's castle dressed as Cinderella.
Oh, don't tell. I'm sure Kelly knows that too.
Yeah. Although, Rita, honestly, one of the main reasons that I would like to have a wedding is so you and Joe will actually come to visit us in Austin. So, just throwing that out there. Just kidding, sort of. No, we really don't.
Just kidding. No, not really.
No,
sort
not
of.
really. We do want you to come and visit us. All right. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life? Didn't we have that? No, it's what you were the most proud of.
Greatest accomplishment? Well, I'm not going to say my kids because I was barely there for the inception of that.
Raise them. And
yeah, but I mean...
you played a very important part in making them then.
Yes. I think my greatest accomplishment, I'm going to go, this is going to be answers that other than my kids. Okay. Greatest accomplishment other than my kids. I think is yet to happen.
Wow.
Yep. I think is yet to be fulfilled.
That's very...
I think it's the capital.
Oh, you're going to say the cat.
The cat.
Spike Fizzgig is not your greatest accomplishment.
No, he's not. He's my greatest disappointment. No, I think building the Capitol or organizing the Capitol, because I had a lot of help with it. I couldn't have done it really without the help that I got. But I think
it's a huge...
putting it together, designing it, is the biggest thing I've ever done project-wise for anything.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Because I didn't graduate college, so I can't even say that.
Yeah.
My greatest accomplishment was going to 6 years of college and not graduating.
That's a hell of an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Mom just asked, are we paying for your Cinderella wedding? No, because you're taking us to New York in a couple weeks. So, Rita said if you plan it, we'll come.
You heard it here, folks.
Right? We're holding you to that, Rita. My greatest accomplishment, honestly, this maybe sounds a little cliche, but I'm going to say graduating from grad school because, like I said...
Oh, fine. Hold that over my head. College graduate.
No, like...
I'm kidding.
I know. So I had, like I said before, undergrad was not my greatest academic achievement because I never went to class. I barely graduated with a 2.9. I partied too much. It just wasn't, wasn't the highlights of my life. But for graduate school, I actually did really well. I graduated with a 3.9 GPA, which I think I said already, but I'm super proud of that because I've worked very hard. And I also was Social Work Student of the Year, and I did it all myself. I didn't have any help with like applying for anything. I think I should have probably waited to go to college. I think I was too immature to start college. But yeah, that's my greatest accomplishment, which can be seen in my student loan bills, which I will be paying forever, but I think it was worth it.
Oh, this is all dark bluish gray.
Okay, so we've got what, like 5 minutes?
5 minutes,
left?
yeah.
Okay, so we're on 16, so we may have to do a part 2, which I would be fine doing this.
Hey, would you guys like to see a part 2? Maybe Sunday night? Oh my God, that's so bright.
So this should maybe be the last question then.
Okay, yeah.
What do you value most in friendship?
That's a good question to end on.
It is.
What do I value most in friendship? I would have to say if they have a truck. You're going to let that answer go?
If they have a truck.
Yeah, I value if they have a truck.
I mean, we would have killed for someone with a truck when we were moving in here. No, okay, we are in Texas, and when we moved in together, we didn't know anybody with a pickup truck.
Yeah,
how is that possible in Texas?
Because all our friends were like theater, Ren Fair, video game nerds.
Don't understand.
No, for real, probably loyalty, because there are going to be times when you need someone to help you move.
Yeah.
There are going to be times when you need a shoulder to cry on. There are going to be times when you need a ride to the airport. There are going to be times when your AC goes out or you need somebody to take care of your dog. And to have somebody who's dependable and will always be there for you, and that will not talk bad about you once they're not with you. Mm-hmm. And just, kind of backstabby, well, I can't believe Ben and Beth this, and I can't believe they did this, and oh my God, have you seen their new this? That kind of stuff. Where there's a lot that goes into loyalty, and there's dependability and accountability and friendliness and that kind of stuff. So I think that would be it for me.
I know I'm going to agree with you. I think loyalty is very important for all the reasons you said. I really don't have anything to add.
All right.
I think that's really important. Rita said if we can have sushi barbecue, we'll come. Damon said I love you both. Hi, Damon.
Hi, Damon.
Hi, big brother. And
so we've got people watching. Do you want to go till 10 or are you done?
What we can go. Joseph said peoples is peoples. Have a good night, guys.
Oh yeah, let's kill it.
Was that from the Muppets? Wasn't that a Muppet thing?
Peoples is peoples?
Wasn't that Muppets Take Manhattan? Wasn't the guy that ran like the restaurant said peoples is peoples?
Oh, you know what? I think you're right. Yeah. Like the Russian guy or something?
Is he Russian?
Or Italian?
I don't remember. Peoples is peoples.
Secret of life. Peoples is peoples. Something like that.
Yeah.
I'll have to look up the clip.
Joe, help us out. Was that from Muppets Take Manhattan? If you're still watching?
So yeah, let's go ahead and kill it. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Ben, thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I think we'll do this. I think Sunday night's going to be a new regular night for me, only because Saturday night feels more like a time that you want to go out and do stuff, and I think a lot of people may not want to watch something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, I don't know if you saw the RQ4 or not in real life, but there it is. I'm really happy with it. The landing gear is especially rad. It holds it up. The wingspan's immense. Look how big that fucker is. It's huge. Anyway, yeah, so we'll do Sunday night, probably about 7 or 8. I'll put something out, and I'll either build another thing like this or I'll design. We'll finish our 36 questions.
Damon said the Greek guy.
The
He was
Greek guy. That's right. Okay.
Peoples is Peoples.
But thanks for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.